This is the plaintiff, Adrana Leggett. She says the defendant, her daughter's father, owes her money she loaned him after she hit the lotto in North Carolina. This money was not a gift, it was a loan. And the slacker defendant needs to pay her money. So she's suing him here and now for the $2,232.90 she's owed. This is the defendant, LaShawn. He says the plaintiff gave him the money after hitting the lottery and told him flat out he wouldn't have to pay her back. After all, he needed the money for bills. They have a daughter together, and he can't help it if the woman has gone plumb mad and is now claiming a gift was a loan. He's accused of cashing in.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket, the plaintiff says her daughter's father owes her money on a loan. The defendant says she gave him the money after she hit the lottery and said it was a gift. It's the case of 3, 2, 8, 1. Sue.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome.
Okay, Ms. Leggett, you are suing LaShawn. You've asked us not to mention your last name for $2,232.90 that you say he owes you and refuses to repay. How do you two know each other?
He's my daughter's dad.
How old is your daughter?
She's 10.
Okay, and have you two been on good terms throughout these 10 years?
Yes.
But you live in different places?
Right.
You live?
North Carolina.
And he lives?
New York.
Okay, so what happened?
This year, around July, August, my daughter kept asking me if she wanted to visit her dad. She had never seen New York, and she wanted to go to New York. Every time I asked him, he said his work schedule wouldn't allow it or his funding.
How often would he see your daughter?
He goes to North Carolina before last year, about every summer.
Okay.
But she had never been to New York. So I was playing video poker one day, and I hit the lotto for a small amount. So I told my daughter I was going to take her to see her dad after I called him. And
How much did you hit it for?
$6,500.
Okay.
So he said, okay, that I could bring her up. And I told him, I was going to stay in Jersey with my family. And he said that was real close, so he could just jump on the train and come see her, come get her, bring her to New York. So we came to New York, me and my daughter, and we were staying with my auntie. And when I called him, as soon as we got up here that Monday, he was like, oh man, I just started a new job. So he was working now 2 jobs. So I was like, so you're not gonna be able to come see her? He was like, I don't know, let me see. So the next—
Please tell me he made an effort to see her. Did he or not?
I brought her. What I did was I jumped on the train. I asked him, I said, well, let me bring her to see you. And I had never been on the trains or anything. And, he told me how to do the trains. And he told me that's why I did my amendment, because he—
But how is he, if he's working, how is she going to see him?
He was, the second day, he didn't have to work his second job.
Well, then why doesn't he go out and see her?
We took her to New York.
She wanted to see New York anyway.
Right. She wanted to see New York. I wanted to do some school shopping. So I jumped on the train and I took her.
Okay.
So, but that's how the amendment came in, Your Honor, because he told me that he would pay me back for the train tickets as well. And he said, well, if you bring her, I'll pay for the train stuff. Okay. So every day, or just about every day, I would bring her to New York. We did the sightseeing while he was working. When he got off, like for the couple of hours that he didn't have to go to his second job, he would, spend time with her, show her around. We was doing school shopping, that kind of stuff. And the whole time he kept telling me, like how bad it is, how, he's doing, bad. Is he paying child support? I dropped the child support for him because he was telling me about how his bills and stuff were.
Wait, before this?
Yeah,
so he hasn't been paying for helping you to raise the child?
He helps me. He pays her he pays her cell phone bill every month.
She has a cell phone?
She has
10 years old.
She has cheerleading practice, and we live in the country, so she had to call me and tell me what time she gets home.
I know that. That's when I had a break too, but it wasn't quite that early. But
yeah. But he pays her phone bill. He does her school clothes. He anything that she needs, she'll call him.
So now you're in New York, and he's telling you times are tough, and what happens?
Right. He's just like.
Does he know you hit the lotto?
He knows I hit the lotto. So every time I turn around, there's something different that's going on with him. He's just doing so bad. He had to start working second jobs. His child support from his other kids are really killing him.
How many kids do you have?
3.
Are you raising any of them?
No, they're all in North Carolina.
Do you pay child support for them?
Yes.
All right, so go on.
So the Thursday, I believe it was, he said that he's going to take my daughter out to eat. So I'm thinking that we're going out to eat. Fine, little baby, you know, you're going to go out to eat. So I bring her to New York, and I don't know if you know the Two Brothers Pizza. That's where we went to eat, and we were standing there eating the pizza, and he didn't even buy my pizza. He just bought hers. And that's when I said, you know, the struggle is really real for him. So that night, I called my husband, and I go to church every Sunday. So I told my husband, I said, look, I hit this lotto. We're okay. I said, is it okay with you, if I loan him some money and help him get on his feet? And he was like, sure, you know, long as he's going to pay you back, that's fine, because he knows what kind of heart I have. So that Friday, when we got ready to go,
Did you make it clear to him that it was a loan?
I put it in his hand just like this. I said, you get on your feet. I said, take this money. When you get on your feet, give me the money back. He was like, you know I will. You know I will never take nothing like that.
And then what happened 2 weeks later?
2 weeks later, I'm telling him, you know, I'm on my Help Sean campaign. I'm trying to get him back in school. He said he couldn't go back to school because he owes loans for his shelf. I said, well, what about, how about I'm going to talk to the income tax person and ask, can you file our daughter? That way, if you file our daughter, you can pay your child support back and give me my money back. When I said
But then you can't claim your daughter.
Right, but you know.
That costs you $2,000.
Exactly.
Did your husband know that you had done that?
He didn't know that I had offered that.
No, because he would have explained that to you. So go on.
So as soon as I said that, I said, well, you file our daughter, then you can pay me my money back. Y'all, and I hear crickets on the phone. I don't hear nothing. He's like, I said, hello, because I have bad signal, so I'm looking at the phone. I'm like, Sean. He was like, pay you what money back? I don't have to pay you any money back. You gave me that. I said, Sean, you know I don't have $2,200 to just rain on you. I don't have money like that. I said, I loaned you that. No, it was never a loan. So I said, let me call Judge Millian. I know she's gonna tell me. I know she's gonna say why you didn't get a crayon in the toilet tissue. But this is my child's dad. I didn't think he would take money.
It's always the child's dad or the former boyfriend or the good friend. That's how y'all end up in front of me. What's going on?
So would you ever, if you were married, would you help out your ex by loaning your ex money, trying to get your ex enrolled in college? What do you think?
I think it depends on the relationship, and if it's for bettering children that were involved, I think it would be a good idea.
What do you think?
I would. I definitely would.
You would help your ex?
Yes.
What's your husband think of that?
He'll be okay. He'll be okay, hopefully.
What do you think, ma'am?
I would help him if he was really going to help the kids, but it's also going to put more responsibility on her because she's probably going to have to watch the kids while he does it.
Nobody cares about like your spouse. What's your spouse going to think about this?
Well, you have to talk to them too, but if
You have to talk, I love that. You have to talk to them too. It's kind of like an afterthought.
Better the second time around.
Okay, I got it. Going inside the courtroom.
Well, what's going on is she offered to give me the money, which it wasn't, to me, understanding that it was a loan. She said that I'm gonna give you this money, and you know, later on, if you get back on your feet, when you get back on your feet, if I need something, you give me some money, you know, help me out. So I said, no problem, you can get that, you know. So I was wondering, you know, why would she give me the money, you know?
Because she's foolish. I wouldn't give you the money.
You know?
You haven't been very reliable.
Well, so that's it, you know. I don't remember her saying it was a loan. So when I talked to her...
But you do remember her saying that when you're back on your feet, you pay me back. But you don't remember that being a loan.
No, she said, when you're back on your feet, if I need something, will you help me? And I said, sure, no problem.
How are you going to help her? You haven't even been paying child support all this time.
I have 2 jobs now. So it's a different world for me.
You owe back child support to her, and now you owe her $2,000. How are you going to help her? Did she actually call you and try to get you on your feet with school and try to let you claim the child that you are not paying child support for, that you just pay some close sometimes, see once a year? Did she actually tell you you could claim that child on your income tax?
Yeah, she said if I pay her back, then she said if I pay her back, I could do that. And I was like, what? Pay you back what? You said you're giving me the money. So
actually, she'd be giving you another $2,000 when she did that. But all right, so why would she rain money on you like that?
I don't know, but she did it. So.
But why? Why would somebody have? Because most people wouldn't give somebody else $2,000.
You know, she's a kind person. I guess she see that I really needed it. You know, because I'm behind a lot of things. So I figured that she had it available. So
well, yeah, because she made the foolish mistake of telling you she won the lottery. So so you were telling her over and over again how much you need money, right?
Yeah, I was
over and
speaking
over
on
and
it. I
over and
wasn't telling
over
her,
and
like,
over
I
and
didn't know
over and
she was
over
gonna
because
give
you
it
know
to
what
me.
kind of person she is.
Yeah.
All right. And then let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think she gave it to you because she's warm for your form because you're just so irresistible?
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
well, you answer in the complaint. The plaintiff is crazy about me, and I can't help it if she wanted to help me out.
Well, that could be the situation, but
really?
You know, I don't want to get her in any trouble or nothing. Well, you know.
Really? Because I kind of don't see it.
I feel like, you know, that kind of helped, you know. Why else would she give me?
Did something happen on that trip between you and her?
No.
Okay. So what makes you think that she wants to give you money because you're just so irresistible?
No, I'm not saying she gave it to me just because it's irresistible. I feel like she gave it to me because she had it, you know, and she kind of felt sorry a little bit. And you know,
said to you, when you get back on your feet, you pay me back.
Right. But I don't feel like it was alone, you know, because
did you tell her that you would pay for the travel from North Carolina to New York? You mean from New Jersey to New York? Did you tell her you would pay for the travel for?
I don't remember telling her that either.
Let me ask you a question. What does a person have to do to get you to act like a father? How much easier do they have to make it for you?
I have no comment.
Man up, will you? And pay the lady her money. $2,232.90 verdict for the plaintiff.
Okay, let's talk to the defendant. Come on in here. Tell me what's your reaction to this outcome.
My reaction is I can't believe this because to me, I really believe it wasn't alone, you know, so.
What kind of an example do you want to be for your child? That you
a great example, you know, but things are kind of rough for me right now, you know, so I'm trying to get it together. I just went and got a second job. So I'm trying to get it together, you know, so everything will be better for all of us.
Okay, all right. Okay, right around the corner this way. All right, step on in here. I'm satisfied how this comes out?
I am.
And what he says right here about how he's trying to get on his feet, and you accept all that?
I do. He's a great dad, just not financially.
Harvey?
Here's the deal. A gift has to be unequivocal. If there's any ambiguity, it's a loan. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.